Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? For those who are tuning in on our stream, YouTube, Facebook, and for those who are tuning to my short reels under HCS 895, how's everybody doing tonight? Or should I say, early, early in the morning? Doing probably like a quick live, an hour live. I don't know. Depends who shows up. I know there's a lot of people that stay up late on Saturdays. So I'm making this live. I'm going to share this live to the groups that allow me to share. So here we go. How you doing, Sister Abigail Swig? Hope you're doing good tonight. That's good. You're doing good, Sister Abigail. I'm trying to stay awake for a little bit for about an hour before I go to sleep. So I just decided to do a live and chit chat to whoever is up right now, to all the late night owls that are up. I know there's been a lot of activity happening. You've seen all the flooding down towards the lower part of Texas and in Mexico. And then in Thailand, they had a 7.7 earthquake that caused all kinds of damage. And, a lot of people, are suffering right now because of Mother Nature itself. So I just doing a quick live just to see who's here, just to say, I had a wonderful night last night, an outing with my beautiful wife. We went out to a birthday party and danced a little bit. No, we hadn't gone out in it's been a long time. We've really gone out and done anything. How you doing, Brother Law Morgan? Yeah, I created a short reel of that video, a short reel of it with some music. I think it's best that, like, if I send it just through Messenger because you're able to see it better. Uh, Let me see if this is the one. No, that's not it. Yeah. No, probably everybody's when they did their thing, whatever they did on Saturdays. Uh, yeah, it's been a while that I did. We did a little bit of dancing tonight. I'm not tired or nothing. It's just trying to stay awake. But I know I'm trying to see who's going to show up for tonight. You know, early in the morning. The real. I know right now it's here. It is 2. So some of the people are 2 hours behind. Those in California, they're at 12 o'clock. I try to help out as many people as possible when it comes on spiritually. But sometimes, uh, there's some people that like the lifestyle that they're living or in the path that they're on that you can't really do nothing for them if they choose not to receive help. The only thing you can do is pray for them, but that's just about it. Can't make somebody uh, be somebody else if they have their mindset to be who they are, how they are as an individual. Well, that's good that they're having fun. Yeah, I seen a buddy of mine. He was DJing tonight. He's a former tanker like I am, and he's from the Rio Grande Valley, like I am originally from. And he came up here to DJ, and he told me, "Hey, whenever you're down in the valley, come visit me, man. That's all right." He's a pretty good friend. We call him DJ Sauce. DJ Sauce. DJ Sauce in the house. Sometimes you have to, when you're going through things, right? Or you're in a relationship, you got your significant other. You have to sometimes respect to how they're feeling, or they have to respect how you're feeling. If you're not feeling well or feeling good, it's like me. I had a broken toenail for about a year. They couldn't do surgery on it because I'm diabetic, so they had to wait till it grew. Every time it would grow, they cut a little piece off. They would grow a little bit more. They cut another little piece off till finally, after a whole year, it got corrected. But man, I went through some pain. I was going through some pain with that toe, but it's thank God it's healed now. Sometimes when you favor like an injury like that, and you're not dancing like you normally dance or do the cardio because of your toe. It changes everything. It changes your posture. Uh, Even when you dance, it changes. You have to readjust to everything, right? But I'm doing better now. Thank God. Yeah, but I love to dance, man. Cardio is good dancing. Shit, I've been dancing since I was like 4 years old, 3 years old. Uh, but it's I love to dance. It's I'm a natural dancer. When it comes down to any kind of music, it doesn't matter. But uh, some Hispanic, Tejano or any kind of Spanish music, I can dance to. Uh, see who we got here, brother Joel Burgess. And what's crazy about everything is I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't smoke. The only thing I drink is H2O. Sometimes you have to go with the beat of the music. Go with it, man. You don't need a drink to have a good time. I mean, when you drink, it does relax you, right? It calms the nerves down. But in my case, can't can't drink if I wanted to. Not allowed to drink. Doctor's orders. Sorry to hear that, brother. Oh, cousin Jesse is resting. He's got church in the morning. I just decided to jump here just to do a live. I was gonna go lay down, but I said, you know what? Let me do a live just to see who's gonna be up right now. So I did create a short reel of the video from last night. Let me see, I can find it. It's a little bit. Let me see, I can save the video. Yeah, I saved the video and I'm gonna send it to through Messenger so y'all can check it out. But you already know how that short reel is gonna look because for those that were tuning in yesterday, you seen what I was placing. Oh, there's cousin Jesse right there. You're supposed to be asleep. You be sleeping. I just decided to jump on real quick. You got church tomorrow. Let's see. Let me share it. That's not what I wanted to share right there. Okay. There we go. This is a show we all created for TikTok and YouTube. On the pictures I was sharing yesterday, I still gotta create a couple more from other pictures I shared. This is a short reel, sharing it with you. Dang, sorry about that, cousin. Long Morgan says, "Same as the heat on." Video. It's like I don't want to. I don't know if music is playing or I don't hear it. But normally, when there's music playing, they they send something to me from Facebook. Just to get some fresh air on there, cousin. It's from yesterday. No, it was back in the valley, cousin, where we lived. We had no AC or ceiling fans. The only thing we had was window fans. That's about it. You know how hot it was in the valley. We'd take a cold shower because it'd be that hot. A cold shower when we would go to sleep in order for us to stay fresh. There had no AC, no ceiling, just window units. Like I mean, a window fan. You remember this? So are you going to church tomorrow, cousin? Yeah, this funny guy he's talking about. I know he's lame. I remember I was stargazing. I was like at the sofa, at that window. You see the windows back then, wasn't Jesse? They were way bigger than that because they were man-made, right? So the windows were way bigger than the windows that you see. 'Cause those windows we got them uh, after it flooded. It came in all kinds of home. They got rid of the old windows, so we had to put in new windows. But the windows were pretty big. You know, they keep them big for keep the house fresh. Looking at the stars, feeling the fresh breeze coming through the window screen, right? And no fan in that window. He's looking outside. Next thing you know, he just comes from one side of the window, and he's right there. Puts his face right in front of me. He's looking at me, the smiley man. Um, it's the way smile is. I'm gonna imitate it. I don't want to scare cousin Jesse. Like, but way bigger. His teeth be like this. His face would be by the screen, just looking at the fedora hat, the white eyes, white teeth. Uh, and I would be like, it would be like right in front of me, right? And I was stargazing. Just put his face right there. He has a smile like this. And he goes, which is supposedly his hand on the screen. He wanted me to put my hand by its hand. And what I did is went down on the sofa, on the couch, and I covered myself up. And I covered myself up and I have a little hole in my blanket. And I'm looking towards. Next thing you know, he brings his hand down like that. He's looking at me, but he still got a smile. His facial expression never changed because I was like this. So when I went down, he's still looking at me like looking down at me where I'm laying down. Next thing you know, he just goes to the side. So I get up, I go like this towards the screen with my nose and my face out a little bit, and I look to the side like that. Nobody there. I look to the right, nobody there. Like he just, but yeah, he was creepy as hell. This white man. Okay, um, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Are we good? Am I still breaking up? Oh, I'm sorry. Did y'all hear the story? What I was saying? I don't know if you heard this, what I was saying. But so y'all can hear me. Sorry about that. I forgot. I didn't even think that the music was on or anything like that. Yeah, I would always see him. He would appear only at nighttime. You'll see him. You do the same thing every single time. I would see him. My sister seen him. It's probably where cousin Jesse started wearing fedoras. He got that from the Hat Man. He started wearing the Hat Man style. Oh, sorry about that. Basically, what I was saying is when I was young, the first time I had the encounter with this hat man was when I was like around, I think 4 or 5, somewhere around there. Was I was a kid and I was stargazing, looking out the window. The windows were bigger than the ones you know, cousin Jesse. The old windows we had were huge, and we didn't have no ceiling fans, no air conditioning. So the nighttime was when it would be the freshest, when the sun was down, and I would sit up and feel the fresh breeze coming through the screen window. And one day that I was doing that and stargazing, because I like looking at the stars. He just came from one side of the window and stood right in front of me. He had a smiley face, the smiley face. He never would show any other kind of form but the smiley face. He had you can see the white teeth and white eyes. He's always smiling. He had the fedora hat, so he was smiling like that, and he placed his hand on the screen window. So I'm looking at him. He's like right there in front of me, and he's smiling like this. He goes, he wants me to put my palm on his palm. So I freaked out with what I was seeing, and I went on the couch. I was on the couch. I was sleeping on the couch. So I covered myself with a blanket, even though it was hot, and I was looking out a little hole I had on the on the blanket. So as I'm looking at through the hole, he's looking at me like this. His head is right pressed against the screen, and I could see him smiling still, looking at me. So next thing you know, I just see him move real fast to the right. So I uncover myself. I stand in front of the screen window and I'm looking, and I press my face on the screen like this, and I look to the left where you turn, where you move to the left, but I'm not seeing nothing. Then I have my head pressed on the screen, and I go like that to the right. I don't see nobody. So I don't know where he went to, where he disappeared, but we would always see him. I've seen him. I seen him. My sister seen him. Cousin Jesse seen him. Uh, yeah, I don't know if it was a spirit. All I know is he had a smile that would never go away. It's always there. The smiley man. That's what I call him. Um, I heard a story that there was some bank robbers that had robbed the bank, and that the police were chasing them, and they had a shootout, and they died somewhere. They had buried the loot, but they had a shootout and they died. All I know is in the next room, if you're across the street and you look at night times, you will see a blue light, a blue orb bouncing, bouncing. It will bounce like it was moving like this. Well, let me do it like this, just jumping. You can see the blue orb, and then next thing you know, it will pass that window where the smiley man, and it will stop right there by the water faucet. that's where it would disappear. So I'm thinking that there might be some loot there, but I don't want to dig it up. Or that's where the spirit of the Smiley Man is right there by the area where that outside water fountain or water yeah water hose or the outside water hose. That's where I believe the Smiley Man might have gotten killed. Oh yeah, he knew. He knew. I think Smiley Man. You can think of him as a Kukui, because he knew fear. He loved when you got scared. He was always smiling. That smile never went away. But yeah, I call him the Smiley Man. One day I'm gonna attempt to draw a picture, or I can try to get my brother or somebody to draw the picture of the Smiley Man. But that smile was wicked. I mean, you could only see the whiteness of his teeth and the whiteness of the eyes and the smile. When people talk about Freddy Krueger, Freddy Krueger, he had a hat. He was always smiling. This I witnessed him way before they even made any movies of Freddy Krueger. But he will be there. I'm more sure he's still there. Then I ran into another one. This is in South Texas. It could have been the Smiley Man. I'm thinking it was a Smiley Man because the only thing I could see was whiteness in his eyes and the smile. Um, this happened in my room, in the front room as you enter my home. That was the time that I told you I got stung by an ant. An ant was stinging me. That I started hallucinating and stuff like that. That's when I seen the Smiley Man again. But this time when I seen him, he had nothing but red ants on him. But I believe I was hallucinating because I had gotten stuck. Some red ants got a hold of me, and I started seeing things. And one of the things I seen was the Smiley Man in my house without the fedora I had. This time when I seen him, to me looked like it was just covered in red ants, and it's going like I guess like Stevie Wonder, but he's going like this, like he had ants all over his body. He just going like this. Then he stopped and looked at me. I'm looking at him. I got up real slow out of my bed, and he's still standing there. He's standing right in front of me, like a foot and a half away from me. I get up, put on my shoes real slowly, and he's still there standing with a smile on his face. I open the door and I look like that. He's there looking at me with a smile on his face. I leave the door open. I walk inside of my home. I walk all the way to the front gate. The front gate is probably like uh, 20 feet or 30 feet from the door of the house. As I walk to the front gate, I turn around and look, and he's by the door, by the frame of the door. He's got his hand on the wall, looking at me, smiling at me. You know, that's when I seen the smiling man. You know, then when I walked away from the block, he got out of the house, walked all the way to the front gate, and he was looking at me, and he was laughing, like laughing loud. When I was trying to go back, I was trying to go to my aunt's house so she could give me some medicine or something to help me from the poison of the red ant. Yeah. But if you think about it, when you show me the red ant, it could be something native also, because that's how the natives used to kill the enemy. They would stake them down where there was ant piles, and the ants. It's like imagine that kind of torture, getting staked where on the ground, uh, so the ants could feed on you. Crazy. Oh yeah, those red ants, man, they're ruthless. And was crazy. It wasn't only the hat man that I seen. There was another guy started freaking following me on a bike, and he was smiling and he was laughing. He was making fun of me because I was trying to get to my aunt's house. Yeah, that's no problem, Sister Cynthia. So I had to let me see. It was one, two, three, four. I'm trying to count the blocks that I had to make it to my aunt's house. Let me see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Like around eight or nine blocks to make it to my aunt's house. So one of the first things that happen, brothers and sisters, is when I'm walking. I'm leaving my house because I'm seeing this guy. This full of ants, and he's got a smile and laughing, making fun of me, and he's going like this. That's how he's going. He was going like that. He's going like, "Come here." That's what he was telling me. It's like, hell no. So I started walking. The first thing that happened to me in the first block, as I was trying to make it to my aunt's house, a black cat passed by uh, in front of me. So I didn't think nothing of it because I'm already, the poison is getting me. I have a fever and a headache. So I ignore the black cat and I go the long ways to the left. There's a block. Then I turn down the third block, start walking that block. Uh, as I'm walking down that block, another black cat passes by, and I say to myself, "It's just coincidental." But when those two black cats crossed all the way, I had to go through where they traveled, right? So I said, "Nah, it's just coincidental." I was on the third block. Nothing happened on the third block. Let me see. No, yeah. As I was walking on the third block, there was another black cat that passed right in front of me. So that's three cats. So I was like, Abe, don't think nothing of it. It's just coincidental. It's nothing. So I get in as I'm crossing this four-way, which looks like a cross, which I'm getting to the fifth block. Uh, in the center of the road. This that's like a cross. What happens then is there's this guy on a bike that's got a smile on his face, and he's going in circles around me, and he's like, "Wee!" He's like, I told you I was going to be here." He said, and he's circling around me on his 10-speed bike. He said, "I told you I was going to be here." He said, I told you that when he wasn't going to be around, that I was going to be here, and I'm here." He was laughing. Right? And what he's talking about is he told me that there was going to be a day that the Heavenly Father wasn't going to be with me, that he was going to be there with me. And I ignored him. So I ran the next block. And I got to the main road, which I had to take another block. No, I was running, even though I was hurting. So I finally made it to my aunt's house, but they had the front gate locked. I jumped over the fence and I go banging on the door. And then finally my aunt comes and she's like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And I was telling her that it was me that had a fever because of ant bite. So she opened the door, got me in the house. The first thing she did, she touched me. I was burning up. She gave me a piece of ajo, which is garlic. She made me eat it. I ate me like, man, straight up garlic, raw. I ate three. What do you call them? What do you call the pieces of the garlic? Is it shive? Not shives. Well, I ate three pieces from the garlic raw. She told me that it would was nasty, that it would get the poison out of me, right? So so I'm there and I'm telling my aunt about the story I'm telling y'all. And she like, so, "Mijo, it's all in your mind. It's all your imagination. You're hallucinating because of the poison, and you had a fever." So as I'm saying this, I already said the story. My cousins were younger than me, and they were listening. So one of them says, "Mom," one of my cousins says, "Mom, I don't think he's lying about the man on the bike." And she's like, What did you say?" I said, "I don't think he's lying about the man on the bike. Come here." He called her to the front door, and she looked, and she said, "Ay Maria Purísima." She said, "Holy Mary, Mother of God," because he was outside her gate that was chained up, and he was still had the smile on his face and laughing. So that night, I spent the night there. I guess I sweated out the poison. So you figure it would be just a side effect of a hallucination, right? But when they seen it and they're normal, they're not going through nothing, but they seen it in front of the home, and it was trying to get me to go to it, but I did it. I stood in the. I told them to leave. It wouldn't leave. It was just laughing. Yeah, Clove. There you go. So I went back inside, and one of the things it was doing, brother and sisters, it was chanting something outside. Well, my aunt was in prayer, praying for me. It was chanting something in a different language, but my aunt kept on praying and praying. against it. Yeah, I was spiritually targeted by it. It's part of spiritual warfare. That's just one story. Uh, I got so many stories, but it happened to me. I believe I'm trying to think. Okay, I had to be either a sophomore or junior when that happened to me. I was possibly a senior, but it's something that I'll never forget. And I'm sharing it to you by what I witnessed, what I saw, how it happened. No, for those that have a good memory, you say it was within you because you're speaking in truth. But yeah, I went through that. I'll never forget. Uh, never forget what I went through. My uncle that was married to a man didn't want her to help me. She was like just not to help me. And I'm like, why is he saying not to help me? But he passed away, you know. But yeah, I guess spiritually, people know this. They know what's in the hearts. Hi, brother Law Morgan. Uh, Back in those days, because I run track, I was a skinny guy, probably like 142 pounds. That's the weight I had back in those days because I was in cross country. Oh yeah, it was. My aunt helped me. May she rest in peace. I love you, Tia Tia Guadalupe, Tia Lupe. She did so much for us, man. My aunt, she was there for us for anything we needed. We needed a ride to school. She would drive real slow. She would drive so slow that you would think you were being a lowrider club. That's how slow she would drive to school. But she would always show up through any kind of weather. Cold weather, here she comes. If it's raining, we'll be like, how are we gonna go? How are we gonna make it to school? Here comes my aunt, Wonder Woman. It'd be pouring hard, and there she comes. You could see her vehicle come in and pulls up. She would honk, and then would go running to her. And it wasn't for her. She did a lot for us. Uh, I know sometimes we would run late to school because of the weather, but she did a lot for us. My aunt Guadalupe. I seen something one time that it disappeared with the bike it was on, like it just vanished in thin air. Lon Morgan says, "Throw a stick in his spokes." I know cousin Jesse would be there, would have been there. We would have figured it out what we were dealing with, but running keeps a lean essay. Lean essay, yes. Yeah, she was an awesome Tia. She knew things that I would never say to nobody, but she knew. Like she'd be looking at me because she like she could sense my spirit or see what kind of path I was on. She had those abilities. We were going for an hour. Yeah, she was there for me that day. She's the same Tia. I love you, Tia Lupe. I sense it right now. I'm getting chills all over my. And she was a good aunt. I love her. Uh, she she had a bad knee. Would do a limp. Had a limp. But she was a beauty. She was certified beautician, right? She had her license and everything, and that's all she would do for a living. And she knew that we had it rough, and she would always give us a haircut so we could feel better about ourselves. Very good woman, very caring. I'm more sure she's seen a lot of things within the balance, but she was a good woman. She had told me to look out for her sons, which are my cousins. She has two boys. Well, actually, yeah, two boys, and I did. You know, one of them joined the military, and the other one he went to college. So they're all doing pretty good for themselves. And I wish that I could have gone to her funeral, but I was in the military at the time, and they didn't let me go. I wanted to go to the funeral. I was out in the field. Now I try to tell them that she was she like raising us, like trying to help us, like raising them, looking out for us, you know. But they still didn't allow me to go to the funeral. They said something about it's got to be immediate family or something. Well, she was immediate family to me because she did a lot for us. Yeah, you couldn't hide nothing from her. She knew. She had abilities. She knew. She knew you had a good thought in your mind, and she knew you were being naughty. She knew. So that was the aunt that you couldn't lie to, because she knew. Somebody said that's not cool. Yeah, she was very gifted. I mean, how is she gonna know I was at the dirt road with a female the night before? The night before she said what she said to me. Like she knew. She'd be like, "Mijo, let me talk to you, mijo. I know you're trying to be your own person, but let me talk to you, mijo. Esta muchacha aquí is not good for you. She got a bad reputation, mijo." She was just like that, look, always looking out for me. Okay. I was in NTC when I found out Fort Owen, California, about my aunt. She was the one, the tia that would also, we had a gathering and we had food on her plate. Instead of throwing the food, because not all the kids will eat all the food, she would put it to the side and make her own plate from the food that the people wouldn't eat. Thanksgiving, Christmas, any holidays. She'd be right there. All the kids trying to take their trash. I mean, food to the trash can, and she'll be there to intercept. So we're gonna save that. We're gonna let it go to waste like that. We're gonna save it and give it to the dogs. That'll be their, you know, nobody will finish this. Man, she was a type of woman right there. Now I'm getting a little bit tired, a little bit sleepy, but I always have a good time here with my brothers and sisters in spiritual encrypted encounters. Jesse, wanna sleep? Say it's very hot because his AC is not working. Yeah, she was very kind. She was always giving me advice, and I would, out of respect, I would listen to her. There's the Tia that I would listen to, because she's always showed us love, and never never forgot about us. I am tired. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, I don't want to keep you all too late. There was just a quick live. I wanted to share that story of my Tia. She witnessed this, the guy on the bike. She seen him. He was chanting a different language. He was laughing outside the gate, but he wouldn't enter the gate or the threshold, right? Yeah, she was always trying to give us advice, guide us. But when you're a kid or a teenager, little shit bags, right? Because we're trying to grow also. So yeah, but she was always there. She had a good loving heart. One day she cut all of her hair. She didn't even ask us for a single penny, and I feel obligated to give her some money, and I did. Yeah, I gave her like also like $100 uh, for all the haircuts of all my brothers and sisters. You're welcome, sister Cynthia. There's Jesus Jesse. He said he was undercover on stealth mode. Yeah, it's just somebody right there that I could rely on. But in saying that, I think I'm gonna let y'all go, brothers and sisters. Are you ready for later on tonight, cousin Jesse? But I hope you enjoyed this 1 hour show, late night show here with Brother Abe CS. See what we talk about later on tonight. I might have a couple more pictures to work on, but Navazinch says you don't change your loved ones. You gift them something, but you should charge. Shouldn't charge. I saw that. Good night. I would, if she needed a grass cut, I would cut her grass. I wouldn't charge her. She said she did a lot of things for us, even though she was raising her own family. And saying that, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna let y'all go. Give me some rest. Thank you for tuning in for this late night owl live feed. I hope you enjoyed the stories that I share with you. The stories of my a wonderful aunt that was always there for us when through the struggle, that never gave up on us and was always there giving us advice, trying to guide us the proper direction. Good night, everybody. Or we have a good morning, should I say. Peace out, brothers and sisters. Prayers for Brother Joel Burgess. Where you're going to the hospital. Prayers for your brother. For you to heal and to overcome whatever you're overcoming. We pray for the heavenly angels of healing and blessing to be around you. Uh, to be able to overcome the the obstacles that you're going through. This we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Peace out, everybody.